Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. Welcome to Heart of the Home. Today I'm going to show you guys what I think is a delicious recipe. We're going to make a taco pie. So instead of your standard hard shell tacos, we're going to actually make it into a pie. We're going to start with our crust. We've got 2½ cups of flour in our food processor. We've got some baking powder and salt. We're going to add that. We're going to blend that up. If you don't have a food processor and you have a pastry blender or 2 forks to blend in the butter, you can certainly do that. So we've got a lot of butter here that we're going to be adding through our feed tube. Just going to get that nice and blended. You really do want cold butter as well. It's about 5½ tablespoons or so. And we're going to blend in about ½ cup or so of milk. We're waiting for the dough to come away from the food processor blade. And it is actually the dough blade that I'm using, not the cutting blade. And then after it does blend, we're going to put it into our pie shell, and we're going to put it into the refrigerator for at least 45 minutes, usually a little bit longer, to be honest. I'm just going to grab a spoon here and get back in here. This also, now that I'm in here, it feels a little dry to me. I'm actually just going to get a little bit of water. All right, you see how it's come together away from the sides of the bowl? We're done here with the crust. I've got a pie dish here, and you're just basically going to push it out. And what's going to happen is I'm going to cover it in plastic and put it in the refrigerator for a while. But I already have a pie shell ready and waiting for us. We're going to cover that, and it's going to go into the refrigerator for at least 45 minutes. Now we're going to start using our filling ingredients, making our filling ingredients. And we've got some ground beef here. If you guys are interested in local beef, we've got a great farm up in Caroline County, Willow Hill Farms. So we've got our burner on here, and we've got it on about a medium or so, or I will in a second. And I've melted a tablespoon of butter. So we're going to add our beef. It'll start sizzling any moment now. Now, one of the things I love to use when I'm breaking up any sort of beef or turkey or anything in the pan is I love to use this little tool called a slaw cutter. Browning the beef will take about 5 minutes or so. Okay, our beef is browned. We're not looking for it to get crispy or anything, and it is going to continue to cook while it's in the oven. The beef itself rendered the fat in addition to that little bit of butter we used. And now what I have here is I've got my spices that are ready to go. We've got onion powder, cumin, chili powder, coriander, a little bit of cornstarch, and we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt to that. I'm going to whisk that up. So we're going to add our spices to our ground beef mixture. We're going to stir that around. And we're going to add 2/3 cup water. And I have my oven on 350 degrees bake, and it's going to go into the oven in a few moments for about 45 minutes. What we have is about 4 ounces or so of grated cheddar cheese. I've got a 1¼ cup of sour cream and a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise. We're going to add all that together. And you're going to have 1 egg in there. Our beef is just about ready. We're going to mix together the cheese and the egg and the sour cream and the mayonnaise. And this is going to be our topping. And add my filling to my pie shell. You just want a nice topping over top of that beef mixture. And there we have it, a beautiful pie, taco pie. And this is going to go into the oven for about 45 minutes. All right, so our taco pie has been in the oven for 45 minutes. We're going to go ahead and pull it, and then it needs to rest. And in 15 minutes, we're going to have something delicious. So we've unmolded it there. I do have a nice flat spatula here. You're going to try to work your way into the pie and the bottom shell part. And now we're going to cut it and see what it looks like in the middle. We're going to cut this into about 8 servings. Let's see what that looks like in the middle. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Taco pie. All right, there you have it. I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. This is Taco Pie. Join us next time on Heart of the Home.